Okay, so this mission that we're doing is called Testing New Cloaking Technologies. It's a really cool mission. That science vessel there, the Apnex, it's get to at least 3 of these 4 objectives. When it gets within range 1, it rolls a die, and it could sustain damage, or it could get this super cloak where it can firewall cloak and its shields are still up and it doesn't lose its cloak and it gets a free sensor echo. I think it's testing the cloaking that will eventually go on the Scimitar, so it's really cool. The Valdor is protecting that science vessel. What does that Apnex have on it? It's got Denatra is the captain. It's got flagship. It's got a cloaked mines. And it's got a Centurion and Virel. So it can ignore up to 2 attacks. Now the thing is with the mines, it needs to use the mines to disable, because it's the only tech on the ship right now, to
get the token.
To get the token, that's right. Every time it does a test, whether it succeeds or fails, it gets a token. Once it gets 3 tokens, then it just has to escape. So it's doing these tests, and whether the test succeeds or fails doesn't matter. It just needs those tokens. But it will get something really cool if it does succeed. Now that Valdor is piloted by Valdor, the captain. And what does it have on it?
2 crew, Param and Bokra. They both do the same thing. They're gankers. It's low point gankers, and the 5 photon torpedoes, range 2 or 3.
So that Valdor, I'll just go and look at the paint job on that thing there.
I told him to do that.
Yeah, well, it's worth it there, man. You've got an awesome paint job. Really looks Romulan with the feathers there at the back, and it really goes well with your Apnex there. Looking really cool. Now that Valdor can get up to I think 7 attack or more, 4 normal, then 1 for it. It's got some special ability.
Yeah, if I move green.
If you move a green, and Valdor can get it if I'm not in your firing or you're not in my firing area, so that's up to 6, and then Nanosh can give it 7, and then if it's in close, I can get up to 8. So I can get up to 8 attack on that Valdor. It might need it. The Shatang and the Klingons are going to try to stop this test going on. The Shatang has the flagship on it with Martok commanding, and the Mokta with Koloth and Clegg. Now they have 80 points, and I only have 70 points. So I've got 37 on there, and 5 and 8, 33 and 37. So that's my 70 points, and I think they're each 40 points?
40 points.
40 points each. So yeah, this is the kind of thing. So they've got to get that Apnex to 3 of these test things so it can perform these tests, and like I said, if it succeeds, it's got to roll critical to succeed super, to do a super succeed, and then a successful test if it gets a hit. A blank or a battle station says a failure and takes damage to its hull, so things could go bad for it when it does the test, or it could go very good. It's a really cool mission, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so turn 1, the Valdor, actually everybody cloaked. The Valdor cloaked, the Apnex cloaked and sensor echoed close to its objective. The 2 Klingon ships move forward 4 and cloaked. Both my ships have 2 actions, can get 2 actions a turn. Martok, flagship, he can cloak for free because the flagship, and then do his own sensor echo, which is what happened. And the Mokta went up and cloaked, and then Martok gives him another action to do a sensor echo. So that's how I'm getting 2 actions a turn with the both my Klingon ships. The Shatang has the flagship given a free action, the cloak action, and then it can do its own action. And Kolos Mokta gets an action, and then another one from Martok. So we're not within firing range, but looking pretty close now. Okay, so this is quite a round. Both my ships move forward. One of them the Mokta had to sensor echo out of the Valdor's firing arc, and both my ships fired on the Apnex. We did 1 damage as an engine room fire. Is that what it says? So all his turns are red maneuvers now?
Yep.
And the second time he used Virel to cancel the attack. Or not Virel, he used Virel, but the Centurion took the hit.
Yeah.
So he still has 1 cancel an attack thing on him. The Valdor itself never got a shot off because I sensor echoed out of its firing arc. So that's how it's looking right now. Okay, so this turn my 2 Klingon ships came in, fired. He's got 8 defense dice. He didn't even use Varel. He still has a Varel waiting to go. So my Shatang and my Makta could not hit him. The Valdor fired at the Makta, but failed to hit. I rolled 4 defense, or 4 evades out of 5 defense dice. So it was pretty good. Yeah, so lots of shooting, but no hitting going on. He came out of cloak. Actually, all of us came out of cloak. We were all cloaked. We all came out of cloak. 3 of the big ships from firing. He came out of cloak because he only's got 1 hit point left. And there's a 50-50 chance he'll take damage with this next test. But only 25% chance of taking damage on his hull if his shields are up. He rolls a battle station, so it'll just go on his shields, of which he still has 2. So it was a calculated risk, but he didn't want to do the 50% die for sure thing. But anyway, there's where we stand. Great. Okay, so this round, the 2 Klingon ships fired. We only took a shield off of the Apnex. It rolled pretty good for its only 3 evades. It still has 1 shield left and 1 hull left. The Valdor fired on my Klingon bird of prey and didn't hit, missed. He's target locked on the wrong ship to do that. Anyway, yeah, so that's where it's looking. So, yeah, none of the ships are cloaked now because they're all uncloaked from firing and stuff like that. But this is how it's looking. Okay, so Shatang, or Martok's Shatang was able to get a shot on the Apnex and get a damage through to finish him off. The Apnex cloaked, and he was all out of Varel and Centurion, and so that was the end of him. He cloaked and didn't roll enough evade dice to prevent the attack, and the Valdor didn't have a shot, as you see. Very nicely painted Valdor, though. But he failed to protect the Apnex, but we're going to still play it out. Now it's just my 2 Klingon ships against the Valdor, and we'll see how we do. We'll say he's trying to get revenge for the loss of the science vessel. So the mission is a success for the Klingons, even though well, already. But anyway, let's go. Okay, so lots of firing that turn. The Shatang scored a crit on him, but it was the 1 crit has no effect whatsoever. The Shatang hit the Valdor, and now his captain skill is 0. But his captain skill was lower than both my guys anyway, so it has no effect. He fired at my Makta, but didn't score any hits. Well, he scored some, but I evaded them. So, yeah, that's how it's shaping up. So the Valdor is still trying to shoot down these ships to get revenge for the loss of the Apnex. Doesn't want to go home a total failure. Okay, so we're just maneuvering. The Shatang fired on the Valdor and got 2 more hits on it, so now it's got how much life left?
3.
Still 3. Whew, big ship. And the Makta target locked him. And so it's cloaked, the Makta is cloaked, and the Shatang's coming out of cloak as it fired. Okay, so the Makta did a come about, didn't get a shot on the Valdor. The Valdor did a 3 and then a sensor echo 2, trying to get distance. Wasn't quite enough to get away from the Shatang. The Shatang got another hit and a crit on him, so he's within. He only has 1 hull point left, and one of the crit was a warp core breach. So it's he could be destroyed at any time now, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so that's the end of the Valdor. I rolled 3 hits and 2 crits. The Shatang with coming in behind, cloaking for free, getting that re-roll every time is just death, even on a cloak ship. And so that was the end of it. And yeah, neither of my Klingon ships took any damage. But that's the end of that mission. The mission was fun.
Yeah, that was actually very nice.
It was very good.
We almost got it too.
You almost did. That's right.
So close on every score.
It's cool.